everybody, it's me, Colton Johnson with MT Popcorn Bucket Productions, and today I'm going to be seeing Snow White, the Disney live-action reimagining. So, before I go see the movie, I need to talk about the elephant in the room, the movie itself. And I'm going to hop on my soapbox in the way that is contrary to the majority or the minority that speaks louder. This movie has been surrounded with controversy, whether that be the casting of Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot, or just little things that Zegler has said throughout the production of the film. Yes, I was a naysayer at first, but over time I've seen Rachel Zegler in roles like West Side Story, as well as her performance in Hunger Games Songbirds and Snakes, and I became more of a loyalist in words, and in a roundabout way. I think Rachel Zegler is beyond talented. She has a lovely voice, and I think she's a really good actress and an up and coming actress. And I feel like she gets too much slack from a lot of the media and a lot of people, and I just feel like it's unnecessary. I feel like people get stuck on certain things and take things out of proportion. So, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, if you know, I made a video on it about 2 weeks ago, is one of my all-time favorite Disney animated films and one of my favorite animated films of all time. So, Snow White has a very special place in my heart. It's the first feature-length animated film, and it's just a monumental piece of history. And so Disney going through and making an animated reimagining of it is a big deal. And I feel like history is being repeated in a way. When Disney Snow White was first being worked on back in the 30s, Walt Disney got so much crap from press and all that, saying that it's going to be Disney's folly, the studio's going to end up having to shut down. And after the film released, everybody loved it. It was a sensation, and even 88 years later, it's still one of the most iconic films of all time. Yes, over the years, there's been some problematic details understood through its context, but that was the 1930s. We're now, and so we have that different outlook. And I feel like Disney kind of shies away from certain topics and so forth. And so the fact that this movie might be a little bit different is okay. Yes, that's just how it is. I mean, The Little Mermaid got a lot of controversy, and I loved that movie. And I'm someone who loves the live action reimaginings. They're not perfect, but I have Disney in my blood. And not literally, but I love Disney. And so I think it's fun to see what they can do in putting this in a live action setting. And I'm more excited probably for Lilo and Stitch, but that's besides the point. But I feel like I have pretty medium to average expectations for this movie. So that's sort of my soapbox. So I'm going to go see the movie, and then you'll hear from my thoughts. There may be a rant, but we'll see. It just really depends. But I'll see you in a second, and I'll whistle while I work, and hi ho, off to Cinemark I go. All right, I'm back from the movie, and I gotta show you my little thing that I decided to get along with my adventures to the movies. It's a Cinemark. I don't know if it's actually Cinemark's cup, but it's one of the promotional souvenir cups for the movie, and it has Snow White and the Evil Queen. So I'm a simp for Disney, if you know. All right, so we saw the movie, and here's my consensus. I loved it, and going forward, this review is probably going to be super biased because of my aforementioned love for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And I have to say, the hate for this movie is ridiculous. Like, I feel like people are going into the movie hating it, and they're gonna hate it. It's kind of like when you expect that a day's gonna go bad, and the day's absolute crap. But if you go and manifest great things, you might have a pretty good day. And that's kind of how I felt about Disney's Snow White. I felt like this movie was very campy, very quirky, but I feel like that is one of its stronger suits of the film. I feel like it plays off that quirkiness and that silliness that the original had, and it added those elements and those colorful spectacles from the original. I thought this movie was going to be a lot more dull than it was, but this movie is vibrant, it's colorful, and I love the visual sets that they have. I felt like it was beautiful and charming, very enchanting. I thought the visual effects were excellent. For being a Disney movie especially, I thought that the animals looked really good. And I'll jump into my thoughts on the dwarves in a second. But, I mean, the run-of-the-mill story, we got Snow White, who wants something, she wishes, and she gets sent out, almost killed by the huntsman, meets the seven dwarves, and then eventually eats the apple, so on and so forth. So that's kind of the run-of-the-mill Snow White story. But this movie enhances the story with adding other elements. Instead of her yearning for a prince, she ends up coming across this Robin Hood-esque character and starts to feel for him in a way of more, not like at first romantic, but like this guy's struggling and wants to help others, and she wants it to be fair of how he is treated. And then, so eventually she meets the dwarves, very charming scenes. I love the seven dwarves, especially Dopey. I love Dopey, even though my dwarfs are probably sneezy and sleepy or grumpy. But Dopey in this movie is fantastic. Comedic beats so much. I love Dopey. Hashtag Snopey. Just kidding. And then she re-encounters, I think his name's Jonathan, and some mishaps occur, the guards, all that stuff. He gets captured, and then eventually the whole witch and all that stuff, the apple, it goes down the same way. And then they enhance the ending a little more than they did in the original 1937 version. And I like the changes that they added. And I thought it was very fitting for the way they approached it. So, going back to my soapbox, I think this movie was brilliant. And I feel bad for the representation that this movie is going to receive in its theatrical run. And maybe later on its Disney Plus life, it will probably get the love that it deserves. But right now, it's getting slaughtered at the box office and critically, and it's just unfortunate because this movie has great elements to it. The music, Basic and Paul, and the classic songs that they included as well, beautiful, phenomenal. I loved them. Rachel Zegler offers a beautiful performance. She perfectly encapsulates the vision of Snow White, and I feel like she embodies that super well. Gal Gadot, not perfect in any means, but I feel like she's a lot better than a lot of people are putting it out to be. And I feel like she adds that quirky Disney villain version of the evil queen. The Seven Dwarfs, I absolutely loved them. I don't think the CGI looks bad at all. Though I feel like there could have been better representation for the little people community. and I feel like that could have been portrayed better in this film. But we got what we got, and I like how they did go with the cartoon style instead of just throwing something else, you know? We got what we got, and it's okay. I like the thief-like characters, gave me Robin Hood vibes. I like Jonathan, kind of reminded me of Robin Hood and Flynn Rider. But there's a lot of things of this movie that I really love. But that being said, I don't think it's perfect. It does suffer a little bit with being a little confusing with some of its plot points. I feel like there's some things that are a lot more fleshed out than others. There are some elements in acting that are very Disney Channel-esque, but like if you overlook that and find the quirkiness of it, then it's fine. Like, so overall, I love the movie, and I'm trying to think of how I would rank it like I would with the live actions. I would simply probably put this at the top of A tier, not A tier, the top of B tier from how I rated all those. Maybe I'll go in voiceover after this and show my ranking and see where I put it. But yeah, Snow White, wonderful movie. Go check it out. And if you know you're going to hate it, don't go watch it. Don't waste your time. But if you are genuinely curious to see how it layers up to the original, go check it out. I love it. Kids will love it. The kids in the theater, I heard like cackling, laughing, giggling, all sorts. But this is probably not the most live action movie I'm excited for this year. I think I'm more excited for Lilo and Stitch. I'll put the poster right here. But overall, my biased opinion, I would say 4 out of 5 or 8 out of 10. Okay? But my honest film critic standpoint, I would say 3 out of 5 or probably around 7 out of 10. So, or 6.5 out of 10. It's not a perfect movie, but I absolutely adored it. I thought it was cute. I thought it was fun. Go check it out. Please go like, subscribe, and share this video. And more videos up ahead. I was going to do my Pirates of the Caribbean video next week, but that is going to be pushed back due to time restraints. So I'll have another video up next week. I don't know what it's going to be, so go check that out. And then several weeks in advance, I'll be doing a Minecraft movie review, so go check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and bye! Alright, consensus on my ranking. So, yes, Snow White will go on top of B tier, and it will go in front of Mufasa, which I haven't done a review on, but I actually very much enjoyed that movie too. So, that is my ranking as of now.